Can you hear me right there? From the left people. Ja работаете, как работаете. Учите уже. They ask to pray for this and pray in our heart. You don't understand how we say this is from your heart. And you don't know and pray. My name is George Eagleman. I help out what I can when they need me. And I think this is a real good event in my today because of the graduates. For us, we're passionate about our country. We are ready. We did that ready. But she and we see that. In our program, she got it. And you and I are here to that's the I feel welcome to it. I'm ready to go. But we can't shout out to it. And it's not the one we got to be alright. And we got to be alright. Got to be alright. And we can compassion. The Lord should be there. Watching. Now, the Lord should be watching now. Ой, we should try to compassion in the heart. The Lord. Beautiful. We have to pass that out to that today. We did that over in the head that in the worship, we stand on the pass that out. We stand on the water to talk about that today. The order that, one of them be the order, wash up it, which was that. Walk out the village. What do we have? I understand this because you know, poetry. We were balanced in almost. They were all just in there. We teach you now. I don't know. We got these education. We got to know much. It's only to pass the poetry. Yeah. Mobility academy. ويا رجل منا اللي تخلص يكون خير وواقع الخير تبنيت من كذا. إذا شو شو من شو زمان ولا شو نسوي هو بيتعرض.
Hello, my relatives. I greet you with a good heart and shake your hand. My name is Anna Brokenleg, and I'm a member of the Burn Clariante and an enrolled member of the Rosebud Sioux Tribe. I am also the teacher on special assignment for the Office of Indian Education. I am extremely excited tonight to honor all of the hard work and accomplishments of all the students and young people we have before us. Before we get started, I do want to thank some folks who have helped us to make this event possible. Palamayai to Crazy Bull, our drum group here this evening, to veteran Dennis Quigley for bringing in our Eagle staff, and to our veterans for bringing in our American flag and South Dakota State flag. I'd also like to thank our sponsors that are here this evening. If you're here, if you can please stand and be recognized. The Sioux Falls Area Community Foundation. We can give those folks a hand, please. The Sioux Falls Public Schools Education Foundation. And the Arby's Foundation of Sioux Falls. Thank you for your generous contributions to our community. Additional thank yous to our Washington High School school staff who has helped make this possible, my Auntie Marie Edwards, our Title VI Parent Committee, and our Vice President, Carrie Dentley, for heading up our Senior Honoring Committee this year. Chesterman Beverages, high school administrators. I know we've got some administrators here this evening. If you can stand and be recognized, please. Also, for Tyler Tortson and Don Marie Johnson, you can give them a hand for helping organize the South Dakota Urban Indian Health, one of our great partnerships this year. And to all of our Ochepi, Shakoi, Owam State teachers and facilitators, our Office of Indian Education staff, and the Sioux Falls School District staff and student volunteers who have all been helping out tonight. Thank you. I'd like to welcome our Sioux Falls School District Superintendent, Dr. Jen Statham, who's here this evening. If you can please stand and give everybody a wave. There she is. I see her. We appreciate you coming this evening. And I know I think we have maybe some Sioux Falls School Board or just other district staff for this evening. If you can stand and be recognized. All right. As we honor our students today, I just want to remind everyone that there will be a portion of our ceremony this evening during the time of the Eagle Feathers that we ask that there is no filming and no photography taken during that time. Once students have all had their feathers tied and they're being wrapped in their blankets, photography and filming can begin again at that time. All right, we have 3 speakers here this evening to impart some words of wisdom for you as you go out to prepare for your next journey. So we have Mason Calhoun, who is our Checky Shakoi Owam State teacher from Georgia Pepper Middle School. Megan Woundedhead, who was an English teacher from here at Washington High School, and our spiritual advisor, Dr. George Eagleman. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Calhoun.
I'm not a teacher, but I'm still a millennial, so I'm for this one. We talked again. Mason Calhoun and Macchiato. I am Mason Calhoun. I teach OSO, Ojechi Shakoi Owam State, now at and I'm just invited here to speak tonight, mostly because, like all of you, I took OSO, or as I used to call it back when it was cool, NAC, Native American Connections. Before I get into anything else, though, first I want to say congratulations. But you guys have made it to the end of a very long journey, and a hard one Victory is over. You definitely are. Be proud of yourselves because everyone here is proud of you. Right, so before we get any further, we just give another round of applause. Now comes the big part for you guys. You have done a gigantic step to take in front of you, as I'm sure that have been made very aware of. The next few years for a lot of you are going to be very make it or break it. More than ever before, the choices that you make in these next few years are going to shape the trajectory of your life. But as long as you remember who you are, you're going to be just fine.
Now, you might ask, remember who I am? That's easy. I know my name. I know who my family is. And while all of those things are really important to who you are, they only make up a part. Questions like, are you a good person? What kind of values do you hold? Am I showing belonging, mastery, independence, generosity in my life? The answer to those questions are really what's going to tell you if you know who you are. These are big questions, and they require big answers. Now, like all good speakers, I'm going to keep going and talk about myself for a little bit. Because if I'm going to ask you to answer these big questions, I had better be able to answer them about myself. I had already mentioned, but like a lot of you, I took NAC when I was in middle school and high school. And I got a lot of support from being in NAC, from Mr. Rexstad and Mr. Easter, as well as plenty of my other teachers. They're telling me constantly, answering those questions, right? Yeah, you're a good kid. You work so hard. You're going to be a big deal someday. You are going to have such an influence. And that was really awesome to have that support, to have those reminders all the time of, my potential. And even more than that, they gave me a sense of pride in myself. Not just my actions, but the culture and the people that I come from. The culture and people that make me who I am. I'd always really known I was Indigenous, but I'd never felt this type of pride in it, right, before I took NAC. And so for that, I'd like to thank the both of them. But then high school ended, and things started to change. I didn't quite realize it at the time, but looking back, it was pretty clear. I was forgetting who I am, who I was. I didn't have a lot of that same support. It wasn't as close as it was before. It's not like I forgot how Indigenous I was or the potential that I had in me, but it became a less important part of me at the time. At the same time, I was shouldering larger and different responsibilities. I had just started university. I moved out of my mom's place, and things took a shift. Everything started to feel a little bit fuzzy. It's like I was walking through life without my glasses on, and those of us who wear glasses know what that's like. And that constant reminder, that constant bug in my ear, right, pumping me up, telling me what an awesome person I was going to be, was quieter and further away than ever been before. The people telling me all of these things were now miles and miles away. And as a result, I had grown pretty content at not knowing who I was. And eventually, I really didn't care. I wasn't prepared to face the world that was ahead of me without knowing that knowledge. And it showed. I became a lot more withdrawn from friends and family. I was eating junk all the time. The friends I did hang out with were not necessarily the best friends for me. And I started flunking so many courses at university, my transcripts started to spell dirty words. I'm still shaking some of the bad habits that I picked up at that time in my life. And what I didn't know, and what I hope you guys figure out before I did, is that for so much of the rest of your life, you are going to need to be your own reminders of who you are. Teachers like Rexdad and Easter, right, they weren't just telling me those nice things because they believed them, and trust me, they do believe them. They're preparing me to believe those things about myself, so that I can tell those things to myself. In your life, there are going to be so many long stretches where you won't be sure if you're on the right track or whether you're making the right choices. You'll wonder what kind of person you are or what kind of impact you're having on your culture and on your people. And that's when we need to look inward and remember who you are. Be that reminder to yourself. Tell yourself. Oh, I know. Tell yourself and then show yourself who you are. But who is that? Who are you, really? You should all know our history. From taking your Ochechi Shakueno Aospe teacher's courses, you know that you weren't really supposed to be here. And I'm not talking about a graduation stage. We as indigenous people aren't supposed to be here. If the invaders had their way, we'd be extinct. We'd be like the dinosaurs. The systems in place today weren't built for indigenous youth. Getting to the point where you are at right now already is an impossibly huge accomplishment. Making it this far tells me and tells everybody else here and the rest of the world what kind of person you are. And part of who you are is being a part of a people that have already been able to overcome so much. Now, I started to realize all of this when I student taught in college. I was assigned to Ms. Robertson's classroom at Whittier Middle School. Hey, there you go, that's much better. I was assigned to Dr. Robertson, right, at Whittier Middle School. Now, at the time, Ms. Robertson had a banner in her room that says, "To be Ochechi Shakueno is to excel." I'm not sure if it's still there. I haven't checked with her. But while I was assigned to her class, I saw that banner every single day. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw it, I thought it was pretty good. I thought I read kind of like a bad movie. But I saw that banner every single day, reminding me and her students that message. And it started to sink in. Just by being here as an indigenous person, and you, just by being here as an indigenous person, you already excel. I excel in the moment that I realize that, shoot, I'm excelling right now. And so are all of you. But you do know our history. So you know that it's true. I didn't want to expand that banner to say to be indigenous is to excel. If you forget everything else from tonight, remember that you come from resilient. And the fact that you made it this far just proves what was always true. It's who you are and it's who we are. And that's what I had forgotten about who I was. So moving forward, it's up to you who you are and who you want to be. And you can choose to be anything at all. And while that freedom is pretty scary, as long as you remember who you really are, as long as you remember that you are an indigenous person who is destined, not just going to be destined to excel, you're going to be just fine. We'll be done talking. Thank you. Next, we got Megan Moonhead from WHS.
Now you have to hear me because I hit the microphone the whole time. Sorry. Hello, graduates of 2022. What an exciting time. I'm so excited to be here celebrating with you all today. and uncle gave you that name, and it's an honor to share that name with you today, as continued knowledge and education is of the utmost importance to my family. And they all encouraged to have me further my studies on whatever path I wanted to take. I graduated from Diego Holland High School in South Dakota with a graduating class of 17 people. Today, you are surrounded by a much bigger class than that. But at the very least, our common thread is that we were both given the opportunity to thrive in our learning. After high school, I received my Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of South Dakota in English education. A few years later, I furthered my studies at Northern State University with a master's degree in teaching and learning. And just recently, I completed my degree to be an administrator through Northern's Principal Preparation Program. At the completion of this school year, I finished my 20th year of teaching, and I am proud to call Washington High School my home. I should say, if any of you hailed from Whittier, you probably saw somebody that looked just like me. That was my sister, Chelsea. So don't confuse us, we are very different. But today, here at Washington, I teach AP Literature and Accelerated English too. I'm excited for the opportunities that lie ahead for me because of all that I have learned. 3 ideals got me here where I am today: hard work, perseverance, and unwavering family support. Today I strive to be the very best teacher that I can be every day. But it hasn't always been so simple. I've been knocked down a few times. When I was younger, the odds were sometimes against me. I've even faced some heavy challenges as an adult. But I didn't let those obstacles define me. I fought back hard. And then if you know me, I even fought back harder. I pushed myself even more. I wasn't gonna let one obstacle stop me from achieving anything. But most importantly, I've had people support me every step of the way. My brother, who is a Lutheran pastor in Colton, South Dakota, often shares a little aspect about human hospitality and what humans need in order to survive. Those 3 things are food, shelter, and love. Love. No matter the obstacle, challenge, or setback, my mom, my dad, my grandparents, aunties, uncles, sisters, my brother, my nephew, my sister-in-law, all cheered for me along the way. Today, with my husband and stepchildren added to the bunch, my family still encourages me. And today, they encourage me to represent my fellow natives in education. And that is why I'm so proud to celebrate with you all today. What you have done to achieve your diploma is spectacular. What you have done to be here is inspiring. And what you do next is all up to you. But know that we all support you, we all love you, and we all encourage you to positively move forward. We will forever be bound by the education that you worked so hard to achieve. And as you leave this place, please take these 3 pieces of advice with you. Work hard, persevere, and most importantly, surround yourself with people who love and support you. Find your support group, find those people who celebrate you and push you to do great things, and support them with all of your heart in return. Finally, be proud of who you are. Be proud and celebrate your Native American heritage, and be proud of your journey. And I'll be cheering for you all along the way. Congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you.
All right, once again, George, it's my turn to come up and speak, but I sit back there, I'm snoozing off. I'm kind of feeling embarrassed about that, but We know life is hectic. It gets more hectic if we make it hectic. As for myself and you, we are somebody. God made us, therefore we're somebody. And who we are is who we make it be. As humans, we can live a life of the way we choose. I've experienced some rather negativity in my life. At my age, I can stand up here and talk to you for 50 hours. I've experienced a lot. You know, I'm the youngest of the family, from two straight, most of the education. There's 12 of us in the family, siblings. I'm the youngest one. All my siblings have passed on, my mom and dad also. There's a nephew of mine and I still living. He's 80-some years old, and I'm 99. I grew up in St. Francis. St. Francis Boarding School is where I went. But it was a tough school by way of abuse. We weren't taught any academia, a lot of praying. I don't know how many times a day we went to church to teach us about who we prayed to. But it was really hectic to learn something because they shoved a lot of stuff on our throat that shouldn't have happened. It may even continue to happen to today. I left it when I was 8th grade, 1959. I went to Nebraska where my mom, at that time, 3 siblings still living. And I think that was the worst move I ever made, from boarding school to Nebraska. Because discrimination is really heavy on us at that time. Still is. I used to see signs in stores where it says, no Indians allowed. I used to get chased home from school because of being a native. So at that time, I wished I had never left St. Francis. Because that discrimination really takes you down. So I know what it's like to go in high school, try to learn some academia that is needed, history, science, but it was difficult to accomplish this because of the color of my skin. But it came a time that I was accepted with my peers that haunted me and become who I'm at today. I got drafted into the service in 1966, spent 5 years in the Navy. I was discharged in 1971, and I brought alcohol back. I started drinking heavily for years on end. Every college I tried, I got kicked out, I flunked out, couldn't make it because I drank too much. So it was difficult and hard to live that way. But there came a time that a light went up in my head that recognized as I can become somebody. I can become a person who I'm not. And all the colleges that I tried in the past, when I sobered up, I started in college and I went right out of blue. I wasn't drinking anymore. I was healthy. You can do things in life. So to you students as graduates today, I think that's really awesome. Persevere, resilience, and that's everything. And the theme of what I'm talking about is the endurance of higher education. With that being in mind, we can go as far as we want in school. And today's the day we put that in the book. I'm going to become a person that a person can understand, that can see, that can talk. The behavior will be key. The only person that can stop me is you. I'm an example of that. I started college here in Sioux Falls, got my AA degree, but that wasn't enough for me. So I went out on the bachelor's, completed that with a business administration degree, and then I went more. I said to myself, I'm not going to stop. And keep learning. I'm still learning today. So then, I signed up for my master's, completed that. But again, that wasn't enough for me. So therefore, I talked to some other people that had walked that same walk as I did. I said, you know what? I feel I'm not worth eating up going to the back. So they talked to me, encouraged me, and said it. So I signed up for that program. I keep myself down, but I cannot do it. But I also become a spiritual person, helping others, practicing our culture, sweats, sunrise. And that really put me in a place where, yes, I can do it. I can, and I will. So the first place I went to was university. I did one semester there. And I switched over to SDSU, signed up for sociology. I traveled from Canton, South Dakota to rookies, present. It was a struggle. But I'm going to go online and complete this degree. So I stayed with the doctoral program, and graduated December of 2013. Got my diploma. Yet I couldn't believe that I did that. The word that I read wasn't strong enough for the accomplishment. But when things begin to change, it began to help others. I switched over to work on counseling in Minnehaha. And I got a degree in philosophy with emphasis in counseling in Minnehaha. And now I can say, I'm proud to say, and not bragging, that I can put doctor in front of my name. And you too, the graduates, can do that. You are worthy. You are celebrated. You can accomplish what you want. Don't give up. And again, the only one that can stop you is you. I believe in all of you, all the graduates. You can do it. Don't let anyone talk you down or encourage you to quit. But you're doing it for you because you are somebody. You can be an example. People look at you and say, well, yes, maybe I'll follow or lead in their footsteps. And soon enough, they'll accomplish what I accomplished. But don't let pride get in the way. Be a person that behind the scenes of not being somewhat too private. Become an example. Become a teacher. Become a professor as you can. And you can begin to help others. And maybe the persons behind you will see you and say, this I can do that too. You encourage each other, help each other, pray for each other, and carry each other. Those are the motivational attributes of who you are. You graduated. Don't ever let anyone take that away from you. The only way they can is if you allow it. And I encourage you not to. Keep going. And be the person that you were meant to be. And teach others, like others. I cannot say enough about education. The endurance that comes with it. Positivity. So I'm very proud of you, happy for you, that you can go as high as you want to. You know, I'm not like that. And I maintain my culture, practice in all aspects. I speak their language fluently. And it seems like our culture, language, becoming difficult to maintain as it is slowly vanishing. And we don't want that. So get involved. Be the person you are as a people. Your tribe doesn't matter. Your partner envisions you. And present yourself as such. And you can have all you can want in all. So don't give up. Be that somebody you want to be. Doesn't count. And again, the achievement that you've accomplished is huge. But you can make it more better. Like one highway. Be proud of yourself. Be an example. With that, thank you for listening. I hope it will be best. Hope it is. Whoops, wrong one. Okay, all the students, for your achievements, we want to honor you from a spiritual perspective. And what you're going to be honored with is an eagle feather. For the men, the eagle feather, the women, the fruit. So they ask you to line up over there on the edges and come around this way. Go to the back and come around this way. Okay, all the students that is going to carry the tribal flag, come first over there. And once the flag bearers, 25 people come behind them, of the students. There'll be increments of 25 students coming up to this eagle feather in front. Okay, here's what's going to happen. The tribal flags are going to come in with the brand new sound. And once the eagle feathers are going to bring on, the honor sound will be the sound. The parents of the students that are going to put together on, there's more than one parent, please come up here.
I'm sorry it's not sounding very clear, but we have students carrying their own tribal flags that are going to be starting first. We do ask that anybody that's going to be feather tying or wrapping more than one student, please come up here so that you're prepared to do so. We're only able to fit up to approximately 20 to 25 students here up on the student or the stage at one time. So when we do start the feather tying part of it, we do ask that you do not take pictures or any videos during that time when you see those feathers from that table being taken off that table. During the song, Georgia's going to be directing people. The amount of students that will be coming up here, they'll each, about 20 to 25 of you will be coming up here at a time. Please stay in line. When you already go through, stay in line. We're gonna keep it going like a round dance. All you students are gonna circulate all the way around the auditorium. Stay in line because you're gonna come back through and get your quilt wrap. So it's gonna be in 2 segments: feather tying ceremony part, and then the second part will be the wrapping. If you're wrapping more than one student, please be up here. Oh, okay. Students over there alongside the wall, you can come on up here and join us. We'll just do 2 rows. Get you all bunched up here. Okay, so once we have you all up here, we're going to do an honor song, and then we'll do some thank you songs. We want to thank everyone. Patty, you ready for her?
All right, we're going to begin songs pretty soon here, but I don't know if you can see me at the way back, but this is perfect that they're in front of you because it is our privilege to be able to congratulate our 2022 graduates and also those that earned their GED certification. For those younger students in the crowd, look up here. This is going to be you in next year or the year after or the year after. How exciting is that? I want to do some quick thank yous. I know we did some at the beginning, so this won't be quite as long, but I want to thank our staff and our office that put so much time and effort into this. First, Kyrie for all the work that she did for the Parent Education Committee and thanking that committee. From our staff, Anna Broken Lake, Heather Goodface Ferguson, Samantha Brinkman, and Charlotte West. Our speakers for tonight, we do have some gifts for you. So instead of having you come up here, we'll come find you. But again, a huge, huge thank you to Dr. George Eagleman, Megan Woundedhead, Mason Calhoun, Dennis Quigley, and Richard Langby. Thank you so much for helping us out tonight. After we are done, we will have the students exit, but remember that our elders will eat first, and then after that, you can go through the line. Thank you for coming tonight.